Hi guys, and welcome back to Tommy's Starcraft. This is your host Tommy with another Starcraft Remastered replay for you guys. Once again, we have a retro engagement here from the year 2001, so very old replay here for you guys from the World Cyber Games 2001, and they're spawning here on a map called Neo Charms, I believe it was. So yeah, let me just start by introducing the players to you guys, as we have spawning here in the white, in the almost upper right, in the almost upper right part here in the white. It is MADFROG as the Zerg, and his opponent here in the lower left in the red, it is CAFONE ZvP as the Protoss. So it would be very interesting to see here how exactly the tactics have changed from 2001 against like other replays here of the Tommy Starcraft channel from 2019 2022. It's really interesting to see how the meta has changed. And yeah, let's just see what the two players have prepared for us. Of course, many of you guys might be familiar with MADFROG. He's of course known from his Warcraft 3 legacy, a very strong player here. And yeah, 2001 it is, like I told you. So he's of course playing Zerg. At Warcraft he played Undead, a very strong Undead here indeed. So yeah, Zerg versus Protoss it is. And CAFONE said I don't have that much info about him. LT, I believe this could be Lithuania. It could also be an IT, so it might be Italy. Perhaps you guys know more info here about him, as he's opening up here pretty standard with a island here next to his proximity. No gateway here for him. Perhaps he's saving up for a expansion. And yeah, MADFROG now with his drone, first drone out. Overlord is already scouting here the map, and let's just see if MADFROG is saving here up a lot of minerals, so he might go for a fast expansion. He also checked here this ramp, but look at that, he's actually placing here a macro hatch. Very interesting placement here for MADFROG. So no spawning pool yet for him, nothing yet for him, just a macro hatch here. So the first interesting open up here for the Zerg. And we also see a great fast expansion here for CAFONE. So very interesting stuff here by both players. And we also see here the first scouting probe out here on the map. Two overlords in the center of the map, and by the looks of it, CAFONE is going to check here the upper left part. So this is indeed a 4 spawning location map. And yeah, CAFONE continuing here with his gateway. So pretty interesting and greedy gameplay here. I really like this greedy gameplay here with that fast expansion. But it's also very interesting to see what MADFROG's idea is going to be here with this macro hatch, nicely hidden macro hatch, even though a probe could of course go up this ramp and just check it out really quick. So let's just see what his idea is going to be. Should be of course his spawning pool, so he might try a rush with some Zerglings. No gas yet here for him, and we have a expansion now here. So he really soon is going to have 3 hatcheries here, so he might pump out a lot of Zerglings. He could continue with later on with a Hydris, then of course it would be a nice option, as finally his Overlord R is now heading here straight into the main from CAFONE, who is continuing here with a second gateway, also pumping out those Zerglings, the Zealots, and the first Zerglings are here also out on the map. So more and more Zerglings are being produced here by MADFROG, and his expansion is also going to finish really soon. So MADFROG seeing of course the 2 gateways. He hasn't checked the expansion yet, so I'm pretty sure he's going to check it, as he might see those probes now being transferred here into this location. So yeah, let's just see what his decision is going to be. Perhaps he's going to move out here with his Zerglings. Gas is a little bit low, so he needs that upgrade, that speed upgrade really soon for his Zerglings, as more and more Zerglings are being pumped out. And interestingly enough, MADFROG only had 12 workers versus the already 23 workers here from CAFONE. So in comes this Overlord. Should be able to see that expansion really soon here. So let's just see his decision. As I see on the minimap, a really big move out here by MADFROG with so many Zerglings, so we might see an early aggression here by him. It could be a possibility. Finally he's also droning up here, and perhaps a misclick here with this one Zerglings, these 2 Zerglings. So yeah, it looks like he's preparing here an all launch here against CAFONE, but CAFONE already prepared for that with a small wall in here with those Zealots. He might try to wall in here as well. He might try to add a cannon or 2. Let's just see, does he have a forge? There is that forge, and this should be his cybernetic score of course for those dragoons, as we see the army move out here by MADFROG in the middle of the map. So yeah, we have passed the 5-minute mark here. Remember, if you think that this is strange, this is of course from 2001, so Starcraft, I believe, has been invented in 1989, so 2 years, almost 3 years have passed. And yeah, let's just see the tactics. Really interesting stuff here by both players. Mass Zealots actually here for CAFONE, and no Corsairs. I believe this, I don't know if you even could have made Corsairs into this year of 2001. I could be wrong, of course. Now let's just see what's going to happen here, as MADFROG is closing in really nicely in. The wall in is being tried to prepare it here by CAFONE. And yeah, let's just see if, yeah, he waited for his speed and now he's heading straight here towards this nice expansion point. He's trying to pull a good surround here, but there's 6 zealots here, so those Zerglings will stand, of course, no chance. Even the probes are being pulled, so 1 zealot or 2 might get snapped here, but no, CAFONE really doing a nice micro here, even adding this 1 cannon, and MADFROG knows that he has to pull back and perhaps wait for some reinforcements, but of course try some drops here into this position. Let's check his main. There is his tier 2, and what is this, a Hydralisk there? No, it's actually a Spire. So indeed, MADFROG is going to transition into Mass Mutalisk. This 1 cannon might get snapped here. Really good job here by MADFROG, but in the end so many Zerglings have fallen here for him, so he has to retreat back home. There is that cannon once again, and yeah, with those Mutalisk, of course, MADFROG will be much more mobile. This is a nice spot here to attack. There are no cannons here, this is just a pylon, so this would be a great spot here for him to snipe some of those probes. Dragoons are of course massing here at the expansion point, and yeah, let's just see when exactly the first Mutalisk will pop out. More and more drones are being popped out. There are those Mutalisk, and all of a sudden, look at that, MADFROG with a very healthy count here of drones. 33 drones versus the 37 probes here by CAFONE. And yeah, those Mutalisk, like I told you, this would be a really great spot. CAFONE has no defenses here, he's just having a couple of gateways. Upgrades here is weapons 1. There is his range for those Dragoons. And how many Dragoons does he have? He have 5 Dragoons here, so 5 Dragoons could be a great challenge here against. Actually, they will really hold really strong against all of those Mutalisk, but until they made it up there into that main, it will take so much time. And there's this 1 cannon, really late cannon here by CAFONE, as MADFROG is still perhaps trying to find here a good position. There are his Mutalisk, 5 of them. Perhaps he's waiting for those reinforcements. No, it's just a couple of drones. Now he has 6 Mutalisk, and let's just see where exactly is he going to attack here, as we're pretty going to find out. There is one of his overlords here. This could also be an interesting spot, but sadly here for MADFROG, he waited a little bit too long, so 1 cannon has already been finished. The second one is getting targeted, and now he's heading straight towards that cannon. Nicely microing here this 1 Mutalisk. Second Mutalisk also taking some damage, but let's just have a look at the worker count. 1 worker has been sniped. Now the Dragoons to take damage, so not that much economic damage here by MADFROG. However, he's sniping 1 Dragoons, but now he has to of course retreat as all of the Dragoons make it up that ramp. Let's just check, did weapons 1 finished? No, it's almost here being done, but MADFROG could of course mass a critical amount here of Mutalisk just to attack his opponent. And yeah, let's just see how things will unfold. Not really that many Dragoons, and Dragoons are of course not that mobile here against Mutalisk. So yeah, he could even split his Mutalisk attacking here and perhaps also attacking here, but CAFONE does a really nice job here defending with his 2 bases. And let's just check MADFROG. There is his second expansion here. His worker count, really strong worker count here by him. And once again he's launching here an attack with his Mutalisk, but he needs to be careful. There's 1 cannon, the second cannon has also started here. Not that many Dragoons here for CAFONE, as he's moving out now, so he needs to be careful. But it looks like from that CAFONE is actually preparing here an all-in assault. Sadly, MADFROG not paying attention here. 1 Mutalisk almost getting snapped. Now finally the cannon is getting snapped, and CAFONE has to either come back or he has to commit. So 1 Dragoon is still here, of course, with a nice snipe here against 1 Mutalisk. This 1 Dragoon will of course very likely fall here against all of those Mutalisk, but this is perhaps exactly here the plan from CAFONE, just to win him some time so that more and more Dragoons will pop out. And still not that much economic damage, and we even have this 1 cannon here. Really strong defense here by CAFONE, and if you look at the minimap, he's actually moving out with such a strong force here as we're closing at a 10 minute mark. Weapons 1 has been upgraded. This is such an important upgrade here for the Protoss. and the Sunkens should be really fastly prepared here for MADFROG. And let's have a look. Does he have some Sunkens? Sadly for him here, no Sunkens, just some Mutalisk are flying around, and in comes the Protoss now with his Zealots, with his Dragoons in the back, dealing now so much damage here towards the Zerg. So the Zerg caught off guard. Sadly for him, his Mutalisk harassment didn't work out, and now he's heading straight towards that hatchery, and the hatchery is going to get snapped really nicely. Just some Mutalisk here, but yeah, CAFONE is going to hold really nice. Very strong numbers here of Mutalisk, but there's also so many Dragoons here, and perhaps the Protoss will continue with some High Templars. Of course, High Templars are really strong against those Mutalisk. And now finally in comes here into his second expansion point, but there are so many Sunkens here, also so many Dragoons, and those Zealots are also moving out here. So nice battle here in between these two pro players. Let's just see what exactly is going to happen. The Sunkens have already fallen here, and it looks like MADFROG in some serious trouble. So many units here for him. Of course, the Mutalisk won't stand any chance against so many Dragoons here. So such a nice move here, such a great timing push here by CAFONE, punishing here MADFROG here with his Mutalisk gameplay. And what exactly can MADFROG do? Just has to sit back, I guess. He just needed some high risk here. I don't know if lurkers were possible in 2001, and what exactly will now MADFROG do? Just preparing more and more defenses here into the upper part with more and more Sunkens, as the Protoss just cleared that second expansion here. So here comes once again CAFONE with his Zealots exactly in the front where they should be, but he needs to snap, of course, those Sunkens really quick. The Mutalisk do hold their ground, the Dragoons are taking so much damage. Same can be said now about the Mutalisk, but the Sunkens have finished one at least. There's that second Sunken here, and third and fourth. So it's going to be really hard for those Dragoons, as this choke point is really very tight here. So he needs somehow to move those Dragoons in the upper part. That's exactly what he's doing. But those Sunkens backed up by those Mutalisk should be able to hold this. So MADFROG looks like he's slowly but steadily coming up here, and he has to, of course, pull some of those drones just to keep here this ledge, as two Sunkens are still alive here. So CAFONE is still looking really strong, but I believe in the end MADFROG should be able to hold this position. Not only hold it, but he could also kill all of those units here. CAFONE is preparing yet another attack here, but it's just 6 Dragoons here, so yeah, it's really hard here to climb up this ramp. So CAFONE might continue with a shuttle gameplay here. It would be a nice option here for him. Let's just check his main really quick. I don't see a robotics facility play, just mass Dragoons here for him. And another Dragoon has been sniped, but still the count looks really strong. And remember, those Dragoons have weapons 1 upgrades. This base is a little bit undefended, I wanted to say, but there are some cannons for here for MADFROG. Can't really deal so much economic damage towards his opponent. And yeah, now finally he's transitioning into some Zerglings. Those the worker count, look at that, he has dropped to 25 workers here. But as you look at the minimap, he also has this expansion here, and even this expansion, and he's preparing so many defenses here, as CAFONE, sorry, is just going to move forward here with his Dragoon. So many probes have been, so many drones have been transferred now here by MADFROG, and his main is pretty much depleted here of workers. So MADFROG deciding, okay, I just have to abandon here the expansion points and the main, and just transition straight into that other expansion points with so many Sunkens here. So yeah, there is this drone train here moving low, and yeah, CAFONE is just going to walk straight here with his Dragoons. Some drones are being now intercepted by this one probe, so CAFONE knows pretty much what is going on. Even as an Archon now, there are those 2 High Templars. High Templars, of course, really strong with that Psionic Storm here against MADFROG. So MADFROG is, of course, a lot behind here against his opponent, and the question is he somehow going to come back here, as so much more damage is now being taken here by him. His main is, of course, going to be killed really soon, and there's also so many units here around the map. Dragoons once again are being pumped out, and he even expanded now into this position. He also took here this position. So really nice gameplay, early gameplay here by CAFONE against his opponent. And yeah, let's just see what the plan now is from MADFROG. Is he somehow going to come back with a miracle? We're about to find out here, as he's massing here his Archon with those 2 High Templars, with the Dragoon, the Zealots. And yeah, in he comes slowly, but there is also a nice wall in here by MADFROG there's this second spawning pool here, even pulls the drones in the front, so he should be able to hold his position. But remember, all of those drones are not mining here, and there is that 1 second psionic storm, and all of a sudden MADFROG losing so many drones here. Around almost 10 drones here have been sniped, so really nice job here by CAFONE, also showing us once again the strength of that high tempers against the Zerg. So yeah, MADFROG in some serious trouble. Once again he's trying to do a wall in here with those drones, but CAFONE ready for this with his high templars, and even more reinforcements are pouring in here for CAFONE against his opponent. And yeah, MADFROG really big trouble here for him. So he's still droning up, he's at 21 drones, but remember the Protoss has 66 workers here, so such a strong economy here to be really soon here for the Protoss. Still at gateway units, 2 forges here for him, so he's giving great importance here towards his upgrades. So 2 armor already being upgraded, almost weapons 3 here, and in he comes. He's going to attack here at this point, and all of those Sunkens taking so much damage. Even once again another Psionic Storm, and yet another Psionic Storm, so all of those drones will fall so quickly here. Sunkens do hold, but in the end there's still so much left here being for the Protoss. Even yet another Psionic Storm just in case there was a wall in here. So yeah, in the end MADFROG does hold here this position, but he's in some so big trouble here. All of those Sunkens are hurt, and remember the Protoss economy is so much stronger here against MADFROG, who has dropped to 16 workers against almost 70 workers here from CAFONE. So yeah, CAFONE really dominant gameplay here by him. He's once again massing here some zealots, some high tempers. Of course many zealots will be very much important just to soak up the first attacks from that Sunken, and the Dragoons will follow up here really quickly here for the Protoss. Let's just check what exactly he's also having some units here into this position. Is he perhaps transitioning into other units? No, it's just still gateway, mass gateway units here for the Protoss, as he's feeling very confident here. And yeah, he did even move out his probe around the map. He also scouted here this position, so he's pretty much in command of this game. And what I really like here from him is the fact that he has those upgrades, 2 armor upgrades, no plasma shield, just armor and psi blades, yeah, just attack blades here. And he also has those 2 forges at home, still going for that 3 weapons upgrade and the 3 armor here. So really strong stuff here by CAFONE. Perhaps he's going to prepare some islands here with some cannons. It could be a possibility here for him. His economy should of course allow him this. And yeah, MADFROG still waits here, he tries to of course somehow back here evolution chamber tier 2. He might once again try some Mutalisk harassment, he might try some Hydelisk here for him, but CAFONE is not really going to wait here much longer here. Perhaps just waiting for those upgrades to kick in, and in he comes now here with his zealots in the front, with the Dragoons in the back. The Archon is also here. Remember the Archon with that splash damage looking really strong here against the Zerg. And the zealots exactly in the front, upgraded zealots here, also strong here. And the Dragoons in the back are just backing this up, and even a probe here just casually attacking. Perhaps this probe is going to place a pylon or 2 into this position just to place some cannons. And yeah, MADFROG looks like he did lose of course this game. There was a GG, I'm pretty sure of it. So yeah, great game here by CAFONE against MADFROG. Remember, it is 2001, the strategies are so different here by the players, just like the meta here, the current meta from 2021-2022. So really interesting stuff here by both players, so congratulations here for CAFONE. Let's just check those statistics once again really quickly. You can also see that the APM is really low here, but that's perfectly fine here, as it is, like I told you, 2001. Once again I'm going to be clicking left and right here, just in case you guys are interested here about those statistics. So yeah guys, once again we traveled back in time in 2001. I hope you guys once again enjoyed this replay. We'll be seeing you of course in the next replays. This is Tommy signing out.